All right. So we got one little clip here to play because one of our guys isn't here.
Who is it?
It's me, Dave.
Who is it?
It's me, Dave, man. Open up, I got the stuff.
Who?
It's Dave, man. Open up, I think the cops saw me come in here.
Who is it?
Dave, man. Open up, I got the stuff with
Who?
Dave, man. Open up.
Dave?
Yeah, Dave, come on, man. Open up, I think the cops saw
Dave's
me.
not here.
No, man. I'm Dave, man. Hey, come on, man.
Who is it?
It's Dave, man. Will you open up? I got the stuff with me.
Who?
Dave, man. Open up.
Dave?
Yeah, Dave.
Dave's not here.
No, man, I am Dave, man. Will you, come on, open up the door, will you? I got the stuff with me. I think the cops saw
Who
me.
is it?
Come, man, open up the door. It's Dave.
Who?
Dave, D-A-V-E. Will you open up the
Dave?
door? Yeah, Dave.
Dave?
Right, man, Dave. Man.
Dave's not here, man.
Door.
Literally.
Gotta love that classic throwback, right?
Oh yeah.
Here's our guest is running behind, so we're gonna go ahead and just move on. I guess we can go ahead and cut into the news. Let's talk
All
about
right.
that horrendous game.
Justice League versus Suicide Squad kills the Justice League.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, and they killed the gaming community along with it.
Yeah. Well, there's pedophilia references. There's Kevin Conroy's last appearance as Batman, and just they made Wonder Woman look like a fucking butterface. No, they did. They turned Poison Ivy into Greta Thunberg, but green.
God.
You know, like
Betty on the Bata. She looks like the chick from 11 from Stranger Things. Like,
oh yeah. No, and
she
then
ate that carrot, you remember? And she goes,
oh yeah.
and they made her into
Yeah.
the Wallace and Gromit meme. Yeah, the
Well,
Bata.
I think the best part of this whole thing is people are already asking for refunds.
Yeah, definitely.
They want their money back, you know.
So,
But
like,
you know, go ahead.
Like, what do you guys know about the game? Like, I mean, it's like the major controversies that I've seen on Twitter is people arguing about like the gameplay, the way it looks, and then but you also have people that are strongly supporting it. So it's those factions. For me, the game I watched the 3-hour thing, like the whole fucking thing. Somebody played the whole game, and the gameplay is average. The looks aren't anything special. Like you can so before you get to the casting and the talent and the way things look, you can say there's some technical issues with this game that aren't very good that people are overlooking. But for me, it's one of the most cringy fucking dialogue drivel cockamamie bullshit I've ever seen in a video game. Like, it is horrible. It is some of the worst acting I've ever heard in my entire life.
Well, dude, they piss on the Flash.
They piss on everybody.
Right.
In this
That
game.
was
No, literally,
No,
dude.
literally,
No, dude, Captain Boomerang whips out his dick and pisses on the Flash.
What?
Although,
I don't,
yeah,
how did I
dude,
miss that part?
Oh my God! I'll find the video while you guys are chatting.
Yeah. So
Or
there's
pop
that,
shit
you
on
know.
his head. But
I mean, dude, they were pissing on all the leg. But you know, in fairness, though, dude, this is the one part where I will argue in their favor. The video game is called Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League.
yes.
So I mean, if you
But-
go into it expecting anything other than like Batman getting shot in the head by fucking Harley Quinn, you're tripping.
Oh yeah,
That-
spoiler
that
alert.
was
No,
so
I'm tripping,
insane.
but like seriously, that's how Batman goes down. Okay, so we're expecting the Justice League, and we're expecting the Suicide Squad to do their thing. I get that, but how the execution of it is something that you can criticize because I think this game could have been done spectacularly better, but
Yeah. But again, too, they're leaning into the whole James Gunn Suicide Squad kind of. I don't know, man. It just, to me, I don't know. I can tell you this, man. There's a reason I stopped playing video games years ago, and this has a lot to do with it. You know, it has a lot to do with it. It just video games, the whole Gamergate thing, just kind of mucked everything up. You know. Oh, here it is.
You ready?
And apparently, Captain Boomerang's well hung, so I can relate to Captain Boomerang.
Okay, I'm remembering this now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Captain Boomerang is the most annoying fucking character in the game.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. There he is.
He's just like, makes sense. God has forsaken him in every other way.
Yeah, right. Again, I can relate to Captain Boomerang.
Dude, that was so fucked up, though. I mean, like, this whole every little thing that I've seen on this game is just fucked up. But you got a point, though. It is Suicide Squad kills the Justice League, so I guess.
Yeah, well, you know, this is like I said. They're leaning into the James Gunn sensibilities, and in a way, this is all fitting. Like, I'm not saying it's good, but I'm saying it's fitting. You know?
I guess if you want to play the villain and win.
Right. And you're doing a horrible thing to legacy characters that people love.
Right.
You know, like, I mean, they leave Green Lantern in his fucking underwear. I don't know what led up to that. I just know that he's laying there dead in Green Lantern underwear, which is the Jon Stewart Green Lantern. And like I said, I think the biggest part that rubbed me the wrong way was the Greta Thunberg Poison Ivy, and then she's like, "Oh, you come in fun size," and it's like that's a little gross.
Oh yeah, I can't fucking stand Harley's voice. Okay, can we talk about Brainiac? I'm so fucking sick and tired of this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, can't we do?
Well,
something
dude, here's
else?
the reality. This is the reality. There's not one member of the Suicide Squad that could be a threat to Brainiac. Period. Like, period. That's like saying Harley Quinn could take down Superman. Like,
that's like saying Harley Quinn can kill Batman.
And she did. But she
I
did.
don't know. I mean, a gun to the forehead.
No. Batman would not get taken out by these bunch of fucking retards.
No, he never would have been put in that situation where he was sitting on a fucking curb.
And I'm gonna go one step further. God damn it! He wouldn't even allowed himself to be brainwashed by Brainiac. He would have already thought about that.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Well,
gang.
doesn't he have like no? But isn't there like that's the funny thing because it depends on the canon you go by.
That's what.
Well, it depends on the canon you go by because in different canons he was trained to where people can't read his mind. People can't do this. Then there was also like what's the name? The Abin Sur. Oh no, not Abin Sur. Fuck, what's that weird costume that he has? No, that's one of the Green Lanterns. I'm trying to think of his. He has this fail-safe built in inside of him, to where if he becomes a threat or if he's some shit. I don't read the current comics, but there was a 1950s comic where there was Batman and he was in like red and yellow. And, I think it was Grant Morrison brought the character back and then said some shit like, there's certain key things that happens, but if the triggers hit, this other version of Batman, like basically steps in. It's almost like a fucking, it's almost like DID. Like Batman has an alter, yeah, but this other personality comes out, and I'm trying to think of his name, and I'm drawing a blank. I literally just saw the action figure yesterday and said his name, and now I can't say his fucking name, or I can't think of his name. That sucks.
Is it the evil Batman, the one that kills people? Yeah, he's and he's in like red, yellow, and he's in like these weird colors, and but who cares? But long story short, yeah, I don't think Batman would end up on the short side of that stick, considering he's fought gods and kind of prevailed, like they're literally wearing kryptonite like it's jewelry.
Yeah.
Well, I would if I was fighting Superman. I'd have a kryptonite condom.
I get that, but it there's just it's hard to explain. There's a lot going on with this. It just I watched it, it's just like I'm waiting to be Okay, what are they bringing new to the table? Nothing. Look at that to me, that's washed out, generic. Like, that is not cool. I've seen that 1,000 fucking times. Like,
Yeah.
Brainiac. I mean, this is not.
Well,
This should
dude,
happen
they
at night,
race.
not during the day. Like, I don't want to see
Yeah.
any of these ugly ass characters in the fucking broad daylight. Why is
Right,
Deadshot
right.
a muscle bound idiot? Like, this is like, I don't like the, and then the voice acting. I can't get. Oh, so I get to play the game for 15 minutes and I gotta watch a shitty cutscene. It's not like the gameplay isn't spectacular enough for me to want.
Well, dude, they race swapped Deadshot. You know, because he traditionally in the comics was whiter Mexican, and you know, in the movie they made him black. So that's where I'm saying they're leaning into the whole James Gunn version of the Suicide Squad. I mean, you can tell with Harley Quinn.
I don't mind him being black.
Who was it to play Deadshot? Wasn't that Will Smith?
Yeah. But how are you
No. Wait, yeah. That was Will Smith.
When you're a muscle bound.
So it wasn't the James Gunn. Okay, my bad. It was the David Ayer Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Ayer did it. James Gunn made whatever the hell he made.
Yeah, he made the other guy that was a knockoff Deadshot. Idris Elba, yeah. So yeah, but this game looks horrid.
Yeah.
Brainiac is retarded. There's too much purple.
Everybody has a soft spot for a villain, right? But we don't ever want to see the villain win. That's weird.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, you know?
I mean, I think, that's one thing Alan Moore.
Villains win against the heroes. We don't mind them defeating worse villains, worse bad guys. Go for it.
Well, I think that was the great part of the Watchmen. The heroes became the villains. That was one of the.
When I first heard about this game, I'm thinking, no, they're not going to do like Brainiac. What if the Justice League actually just snapped and actually just had a change of heart and it wasn't brainwashing? But no. They got purple shit in their eyes, like they got pink eye, and they're running around. And they're brainwashed just enough so they're evil. Like, okay, so you're brainwashed by Brainiac. But Brainiac is okay, but you got to be evil now. Okay, you're brainwashed.
Well, you know what I think would have been better was if they actually approach. Well, no, but if they approach the angle to where maybe they went up against the Injustice universe, where something happened in a space-time continuum and the good guys were swapped out with the bad guys and they killed the bad versions of the Justice League. I mean, they could have done it better.
Yeah, for real. Because there's a Superman that's a bad guy that is freaking amazing. He was in Green Lantern.
There's quite a few versions.
I can't remember what his name was. He was younger. He had real boyish features. But it was the series
Superboy Prime
did. I can't remember.
Well, I know Superboy Prime was one of the heavy hitters that was he was one of the strongest versions of Superman.
He was what's up, Gooch? He was in the series that EVS drew. There was you know what? I have him somewhere here.
Was it Flashpoint?
It was what is that? The fucking evil guy's name?
If we're gonna talk shit, we really need to tighten up our game, guys. Because if we're that one thing with the guy and that dude,
driving me nuts. But anyways, it was a 2-book series, and the Superman, he had no shirt on, and he was just like, I fucking hate you all. And he teamed up with Destro. It's not Destro. See, that's Destro is G.I. Joe. Anyways.
Yeah. Are you thinking Deathstroke, the Terminator?
He teamed up with him, and then they started to lose these other. It was the Red Rings or something? The Red Lanterns.
He teamed up with Sinestro.
Sinestro, yeah. So he teamed up with Sinestro. When Sinestro started getting his ass kicked, he was like, "Fuck you! I don't care about you," and he started beating on them too. He was kicking everybody's ass.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, dude, by the time EVS was doing the Flash and Green Lantern and all that, I'd already tapped out on comics for the most part.
Yeah, no. The only reason I picked this up early on, Sinestro Corps War, is what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I when I first like I've always been a Cyberfrog fan, and then when I first got into this indie stuff and started watching Kings, and I seen EVS had talked about Green Lantern, and I'm at my local comic shop, and he had both book 1 and 2 of the Sinestro Corps War, and he had them buy one get one free, and it was $5, and it had EVS's name on it, and I'm like, oh, these are the ones he drew. So I opened it up, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty good art. So I bought them, and then I read them. That was the first time I ever read any Green Lantern. I'd never been into Green Lantern before that.
The truth of the matter is, whatever your opinion on EVS is, if it's positive or negative, the dude can draw his fucking ass off, dude.
Yeah.
And he can draw.
Tell a good story too. His stories are just wow. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's called Superman Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh,
Superman
wait.
Prime.
Gotcha. Wait, it was Superboy Prime, actually. Isn't that the one I mentioned? Because he's actually was Superboy. He was the Superboy that punched a hole in the universe.
Right, and they had Cyborg Superman and Superman Prime were both with Sinestro Corps.
Yeah.
But
so
Cyborg
I guess
Superman just wanted to be killed. His whole thing was kill me, fucking kill me, or I'm gonna destroy everything. You better kill me.
Wow,
and
another character I can relate with.
when he finally thought he was gonna die, he ended up not dying because these what was it?
Nanotech.
Nanotech put him back together. I'm like, ooh, that would suck.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but no, that was like my favorite. But back to what we were saying, like if they had done Suicide Squad kills evil Justice League, I think people would have got on it a lot more. They would have been like, hell yeah, because each one of these superheroes does have a evil alter somewhere in comics. So.
Well, I will say this: the designs for Batman.
Anything besides fucking Brainiac doing it would have been.
Well, yeah, but Brainiac is the go-to. He's the go-to supervillain if it's not Darkseid, dude. Like the two that have wreaked, I think, the most havoc on the DC universe have had to have been Brainiac and fucking Darkseid.
I just think it's a cheap cop-out. I'm sorry. It's so easy to just go, Brainiac can do anything, so Brainiac did it. Fuck you. That's just so easy.
Yeah.
It's so fucking easy. Like, if you just want a button-pushing, mashing, stupid-ass game, then seriously, then they did their job, I guess. They made a controversy. Yeah, we're all pissed off because they killed legacy characters. We're going to get butthurt, but at the end of the day, there's no redeeming qualities about this game that justify them doing the things they did to these legacy characters, in my opinion. But whatever.
I mean, I guess in the end, my opinion on it is this, dude. If the game's for you, great. Play it, and I hope you enjoy it. If the game's not for you, fuck it.
See, I'm like,
I'm not giving people shit for liking it, but I'm not going to sit here and not act like I don't have there aren't fucking.
Oh, I have an opinion on it. It's not a good opinion.
A good example of this is that game Pal World, right? So. So I checked it out, and I love survival games, and I play Pokemon Go with the wife all the time. So I was like, this actually looks kind of cool. And I was talking about it to a friend of mine, and they're like, oh, that company is a horrible company. And I'm like, I'm not hanging out with the company. I'm playing the game, so don't really care. I got a buddy
I'm not doing lines of coke with the creators.
Right. I'm like, and they're like, well, I just wanted you to know that company is horrible. I'm like, it's just like Chick-fil-A. There's a lot of people out there that think Chick-fil-A is a horrible company because they stand by their religious beliefs and they don't want to be open on Sundays and all that shit. And I said, but none of that has to do with the way that chicken tastes when you're fucking eating it.
And also those criticisms of Chick-fil-A are just personal bullshit reasons. They're not open when I want them, so fuck them.
Right. Did you guys hear about, I think it was in California, they were going to try to force Chick-fil-A to be open on Sundays?
Yeah, they absolutely are, yeah. Yeah, I read that.
From everything I've read about Chick-fil-A's corporate, they're going to be like, deuces and leave fucking Cali.
Yeah, no, they're not going
this is the reality, bro. That would be a huge overstep or overreach by the whoever the fuck's doing it is, if it's the government, the state, whatever.
It's
I mean, that's
huge government
because,
overreach.
man, that's like saying you're not allowed to take a break when you've worked an 8-hour shift.
Yeah, fuck.
If I don't want to be open on Sunday, suck my balls. I'm not opening on Sunday.
Right.
It
boils down to it. It's not a government-ran business. It's a private.
Right. It's a private corporation. Yeah.
And they
Exactly.
can make
If they're
their
gonna
hours whenever
see,
they
California loves to do this shit, but then when mom and pop shops don't have to be open on Sunday, they don't give a shit. But it's Chick-fil-A.
Well,
Guess what? That
because
makes
it's
news.
virtue
And Governor
signaling.
Gavin Newsom, fresh out of fucking central casting for a fucking villain, is up there going, we could use this because it's Chick-fil-A. But if it's
Right,
mom and pop shop comic book fucking place that doesn't want to be open on Sundays, fucking California don't give a shit.
Yeah, well, it's just a way to like drum up attention, to drum up fucking. It's like rage bait on fucking YouTube.
I'm a Californian, and I'm saying this with all love and respect. God damn you, California, fuck off.
Well, I'll tell you this: I'm in California with all love and respect. I went the fuck out.
Yeah,
I told you to get out a long time ago.
I'm in Michigan, which is mostly a red state, so.
Yeah, I need to get me some of that red in my life. Is all I'm saying, dude.
They got our state government is mostly blue, but the people are mostly red. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of a mosh posh,
Kentucky.
Well, that's weird. How can you be a red state but the elected officials are down? Well, we're talking about comic books and not politics.
It's all that boils down to the way they do the whole voting system is by
the geography of it also.
Yeah, because we have cities like Detroit and Lansing and Flint, which
they're left.
Yeah,
they're gonna dominate.
What up, Dave? Yeah.
Whoa.
He's right here. He's telling it right there. That's exactly right.
Tomasi's in the chat.
No, this is my buddy Effin Dave.
Okay.
Dave. Oh, hey, what's up,
Dave? Effin Dave.
Yeah,
his name is Effin.
Yeah. Why can't you just be fucking Dave? Fucking Dave.
Yeah, he's exactly right. Cities like Detroit, where there's a very high population of low income
Gotcha.
people, and that's how they, But the majority of the state is farm communities and stuff like that. So there's a lot of red in the state as well. So.
Gotcha. Well, it's kind of almost like what's going on in Oregon, where you've got the more rural areas where those are, highly Republican, they're red. Yeah. And then you've got the cities that are blue, and they literally were trying. I remember at some point in time they were trying to like separate, and it was going to become Greater Ohio or some shit.
The
red part.
Ohio, you retard.
Idaho, right?
Yeah.
Greater Idaho. Yeah, there we go.
Wanted to succeed in the Oregon.
Hey, fuck you, man. This isn't geography class, man.
Yeah, but you were way off.
Yeah, well, that's fine. It started with an I and ended with a vowel. I don't know.
All right, let's play our funny video.
Okay.
It's only 40 seconds long, so here we go.
Let's do this.
The average penis size in America is 5.5 inches. Guess what the average size at my company is? 8.3. But Royce, I was born with this penis. It's out of my control. Do you even watch porn, man? There are literally hundreds of ads for penis enlargement pills. Just click on one. They work, man. They fucking work. What, you scared? Scared of your own? Scared of having a big fat cock? If you don't want to grow your dick, you don't want to grow your clientele. You don't want to increase your salary. You don't have any drive. Where are your goals, man? Why the fuck would I hire somebody who doesn't want a big dick?
Fucking love that video. For the first time I saw it.
I actually couldn't hear it. What was that about? Penis enlargement?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't play the sound?
Well, I could barely hear it. I could hear it, but the only reason I knew what it was because we saw the clip when we were backstage.
Yeah. Might have to fix that. So this is exactly what it is in Michigan. The vast majority of the population of Michigan lives in 3 cities. There's a lot of farmland with not very many people.
Gotcha. So basically they lick you with the well, not really electoral, but they lick you with the fucking big city, the density of the cities. Yep. Yeah, I gotcha. That makes sense, I guess.
Yep. But Oh man. Well, doesn't look like Allie's gonna show. I will reach
We
out
got
to her
stood
later
up.
and see what happens. It's probably because we're doing this early show, and I got a lot of yeah, I guess I could do an early show when I was talking to people. We do have a few guests scheduled. Like next week we have Synthetaka Lynn.
Who do we have?
She's confirmed. She's confirmed for next Sunday. And
Who is?
then Synthetaka Lynn. I don't know.
Whoa.
It's you know what? Let me bring up her Insta, or not her
Yeah.
Insta. Her, where the hell is it?
What is she? A comic artist or?
I think she's a cosplayer.
Oh, the girl that did Dave's covers.
Oh,
I was gonna say
Syntha
she sounds
Lightfoot.
familiar.
Yes.
Is that
she
her?
is.
Yeah. Okay.
So here, let me put it up here like this, and then
Yeah. No, that girl could literally break a watermelon between her legs, dude.
yep, Synthetaka Lynn. She's next week. She's gonna be on here.
Okay.
So she's pretty fucking cool, but and then I don't have anybody for the weeks after that. For 2 weeks after that, and then we have LA Cunnings on the 3rd.
L.A. Cunningham, the homie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I'm still
Yeah.
trying to find people for the next 2 shows, so that'll be cool.
I'm sure I can get someone for the next show if we need it, dude.
Yeah. But this
Like,
is next
and then
week,
you know,
so
well, my homie that has his own channel, John's Longbox, he's
Yeah.
creating a comic book with Renzo Rodriguez, the same guy that you know, the guy, the Fourth Age, RJ.
yeah.
He has a YouTube channel. Yeah, he's working with the same artist as RJ, and they're doing similar things. Thomas Valiant is what RJ does, and John is developing his comic. I'm sure he'd love to come on and talk about it.
Yeah.
So I can get him probably.
I have a bunch of people on the list I just been reaching out to and waiting for people to get back with me, basically.
Yeah. Well, have we talked to Skinny yet? Oh wait, we're live.
Yep.
That's the stuff we should be talking about.
Yeah, no, I just we give a idea of who we're gonna have on in the upcoming
Yeah, for
shows.
sure. Oh, yeah.
Let's see, we're at the halfway mark. So what are we gonna talk about next? I guess we could talk about some of our stuff. Can you share or have controls to present, Elon or Chris? Can either one of you guys present? I'm not sure how
My
this works
penis?
on StreamYard. On StreamYard.
Oh, because
I'm
every
not-
time I hear present them, I'm thinking, okay, you want to see my balls?
No. Nobody wants to see that, man.
No, but I was going to share it with you anyways because I feel like we're buddies now.
I'm not set up right this second. I wasn't
Okay,
expecting
I
to
got
be.
you. I got you.
Apologies.
Hold on. Let's change it to this for a few minutes. No.
I'm on my phone, but next time I'll be on my computer.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I'm on my phone too.
actually have. See, I had done some stuff with the intro video, so I have some stuff. But what I wanted to do,
Well, actually, you know, why don't you tell us a little bit about your comic that you're working on? Because you haven't told me much.
I can tell you everything.
Or is it super secret?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Let me bring up the website. So, wasn't exactly sure how to do this. So I just created a website and a label for publishing because I'm doing the self-publishing thing. So I have
Right.
two things going on right now. I got my book. This is a novel that you can actually order on Amazon.
Nice.
And it's already out there and people have been buying it. And so far I've gotten a lot of good things about it. Oh, you know what would be really cool is if I got to show you guys something. So this is what got me excited about Elliot Rodriguez. This dude.
Oh yeah, that guy's really talented, dude.
He's fucking amazing. And
Yeah.
I had him do me a art piece for my book because my original idea was to do like an art book with scenes from the novel. But
Okay.
I was going through it and then I was kind of like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I want to make it. Well, so Elliot did my first one. He did my first print. And as soon as I
quick
saw
question. Quick question. Does your comic book tie into your novel?
No, they're completely different.
Oh, okay. Two
Yeah.
completely different things. All right.
So when he did this art book or this pinup for me, the first thing when I saw it is, how much would you charge me to do internals if I turn this into a graphic novel? And he goes,
Right.
I am way too busy to do internals. I said, okay. So when you're not too busy, then I'll turn it into a graphic novel, because that was how good this pinup was. I had never even thought
Right.
about making a graphic novel until he did this. And I think I got it. Yep, right here. Okay. This was something he did. It's a scene from the book, and like,
Nice.
he hit it out the box. I was just like,
Right.
wow, that is so, dead on. The book is about a girl who's born young in the 1800s, loses her family, ends up getting bit by a vampire when she's like early 20s, and it kind of just like introduces you to her as the main character. And
Right.
then there's a whole series that I've been working on. So, but all right.
So
and then-
Elliot's doing the interior. He's doing everything.
no,
Oh,
I
okay.
want him to, but he's
Right.
like,
Right.
he's like, I'm too busy. So
Oh wait,
Eventually-
I just put two and two together with Elliot. I was like, yeah, I know Elliot. I've known him for
Elliot
a while.
Rodriguez. Yeah.
yeah. So, but right now this is the landing page.
Well, that's cool, man.
What?
And it's going to be full color and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my
Uh,
project's going to be black and white.
I wish I could. Balls. Hey, Wicked Joe, what's up, man? That's one of my orc buddies from Warhammer Discord.
Nice.
I want opinions on the face on that cover. Oh yeah, you like Scuzzy one. Oh, that's another thing. I should have said that real quick. So this chick is a cosplayer out of Australia that I met on a message board where I was checking out some cosplayers, and
Uh-huh.
I was following her on Instagram, and this picture shows up, and I'm like, dude, that picture is like dead on for my idea of what this character should look like. So I messaged her, and she's like, you want to use that picture? I'm like, yeah. She goes, I was like, why? She goes, because I'm not even in costume. I'm like, I don't care. She goes, perfect. So I was
Right.
able to get my cover done, and it didn't cost me anything. So
Oh, wow.
So she's gonna do the cover for the second book too, and I told her that I'm gonna put her in on a percentage for sales so that she actually gets something out of doing it. So
Oh, but if anything, though, she gets seen too, though.
yeah,
And I mean, for
promote the crap out of it.
cosplayers, well, yeah, but I think for cosplayers, the thing is they dress up in these costumes, they put all this time and effort into doing that. Like, I think I don't think it's really about money for most of them.
Right.
I think it's honestly just being seen for their art. Because a lot of those costumes
being
require
noticed-
time and money.
Yeah, being known for their costume work and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's a good way to approach it though, because her fans will buy your book just because she's on the cover.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
not to say that
So-
they don't like it,
Dude,
but they will
and
buy it for that reason.
Man, I'll tell you what, I wanted to give her a copy of the book, and I had to jump through some hoops because
Yeah, she wouldn't give you her address, right?
oh no, not that. She's got a PO box. So I was like,
No, I'm joking.
yeah, but no, to ship a book, this book.
Oh,
to
to
ship
Australia?
To Australia was $60. I was like, no,
Yeah,
I ain't doing
yeah.
that. So I have a couple buddies in one of my discords that I had this buddy in one of my discords that was that lives in Australia. I'm like, bro, if I cash app you the $16 for the book and shipping. You just order it,
Right.
ship it to this address. He goes, yeah, no problem, man. But
That's
that
cool.
was
Just hope he doesn't end up becoming a stalker.
right.
Yeah, because this is like seriously, because I watched a lot of unsolved mysteries
Like,
and
this is
weird
how it
shit on the
starts.
internet. Yeah, right. It's like, and then his buddy was supposed to ship the book, but when he saw the cover, doing, he got a boner. You know,
Right.
then he showed up at her house licking her window and shit. Like, you know.
So for the main comic, Deadly Instincts, I have.
Sorry, Mike. We're dickheads.
You're good. You're good. I have
All right.
We still
Harry
have some.
Samoas is doing the internals.
Harry
and he
Balls?
did- Harry Samoas.
Oh, my bad.
I don't know. He's doing the
fucking
internals, and he did this cover.
The interiors, right?
Yep, and this is the alpha
Yeah.
cover, which he did too. Which I'm a believer that your interiors guy should have an option to make a cover if he wants.
No, this is the cover you actually posted, and you
Yeah.
were talking about the coloring, right?
Yeah, I'm actually I need to change it. I thought I already did, but I gotta make a change to it. But
Yeah.
the coloring was done by Ordaz and
By
it was-
Topaz?
Ordaz? I don't.
Oh, okay.
Topaz?
And,
Well, no, I follow someone on Twitter named Topaz, and I'm
yeah.
not sure what he does, but I know him.
But this is page 1. So this
Let's
is the crazy thing is this is not how I had it scripted. And Harry comes to me and goes, we should do it like this. And then he sent me the thumbnails, and I was like, bro, like, how did you get in my head? I was like, this is perfect. So, and
No, who's doing the interior colors?
it was the same guy, but he's
Oh, okay.
no longer on the project, so I don't really have a color yet at this time.
Oh, I can get you one.
But I have an idea, a couple ideas.
Okay.
I'm
Well, there's a
doing the
few people I
lettering.
can put you in touch with.
Nice.
Yeah.
Definitely send me the links. So
Yeah.
I'm doing the lettering,
Right.
and but yeah. So then there's that, and
No. With the lettering, let me ask you a question. Are you using? You're obviously using a program, right?
yep, Adobe
Which one are you using?
Adobe Illustrator.
Oh, okay. And there are people on YouTube that do really great tutorials on like what to do
Yeah.
and what not to do.
I unofficially went to the unofficial school of Eric Weathers.
Okay,
Yep, I watched all of his videos, and then I reached out.
gotcha.
And
I think that's who I'm talking about.
yeah, I watched his videos, and then I reached out with my first page, and he gave me some
Yeah.
pointers and tips, and so yeah, he's good people. I was actually
Yeah.
wasn't sure if he was going to even respond or not, and
Right.
sure enough, he responded with like 3 paragraphs of critiques, and
Nice.
then I went through and I followed his advice, and I sent him another copy. He was like, "Yes, that's exactly right. That's perfect." And I was like, "Sweet."
Yeah.
So I'm
Well,
just
see
kinda
that's the
going
one thing that's the one thing about comics. Probably the cheapest part of the process is getting a letterer. It's like usually about $15 a page.
Yeah. And he
as opposed to
and
like.
he's still putting out tutorials, so that's kind of cool too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But basically, the book is about high level. It's post-apocalyptic. Think Mad Max meets Stargate.
Right.
Where in the future, a few thousand years, the aliens came through the gate and took over the planet. And they did it in a way that made humans think that it was in their best interest, like the powers
like our
that be
government.
do.
Like our
And,
government.
our story starts out with a former resistance fighter who's kind of in hiding, and there's lycanthropes in the world, and there's 2 different types. There's types that look like humans all the time, except for when they get emotional, they'll have things like their eyes will turn to their animal eyes, and they might get fangs or claws. And then you have
quick question: where do the werewolves come from? Or is this explained, or is this something you're holding?
It's explained. The first four books will explain everything like that.
Gotcha.
So basically, the Then there's the other ones are the ones that look like they're animal DNA all the time, and it's not just wolves. So the lycanthropes can have wolf DNA, bear DNA. Our other character here, Tristan, his is lion. So his other part is a lion genetics, and he looks like a lion man all the time. And when they're young, they're hunted by the highborn and other nefarious people. The highborn are the aliens that took over the planet.
Yeah, I was just going to ask that.
Yeah, they're basically hunted, and humans hunt them down because they get paid for it. And we're living in a time period and life is shitty. People don't have money, people don't have food, they're starving. So they'll hunt these babies down, cage them, and take them to where they need to go. But once one of these particular lycanthropes actually hit the age of maturity and they're like in their adult body, they're a lot harder to capture because they're a lot stronger. So that's why they hunt them as kids. And our first book starts out with one of these kids being kidnapped across the hall from our main character, and he's a good guy by nature, so he steps in, and that's where their journey starts. But basically, what happened in the overall arc, when the gates were discovered on the planet Earth, the humans come through, or not the humans, the highborns came through, and they did their thing to take over the planet. And they found 2 gates that were a celestial
Please
gate.
Tell me you're calling the gates the Far Gate.
No.
Damn it. Do you remember that from Aqua Teen Hunger Force? It's called the Fog Gate.
We have a celestial gate and a hell gate that the highborn had never seen before. The hell gate opened as soon as they started activating gates, and a bunch of demons escaped hell into the earth. So we find out that heaven, hell, and earth are 3 planes on the same world. So they overlap, but they're like phased into different dimensions, kind of. And these gates are how they go back and forth. The celestial gate is sealed. It never opens and never shows any signs of energy or anything. They have no idea.
And that would
why.
be the gate to heaven?
Yeah, but it's just a solid stone gate that never changes. So the demons are running amok on the planet, and the highborn finally seal off that gate to stop the demons from coming in. But there's a bunch already on the planet. And then, about the same time that the highborn came through the gates the first time, what happened is in heaven, all the archangels came up with this idea of how they would save the human race. And they basically splintered into like glass slivers and then rained down on the planet. And that's what caused the lichens to evolve. Like, it was, everybody thinks it's a natural evolution of the human genome, but it wasn't. It was a celestial thing that caused it.
So basically, the werewolves and the werebears and the werelions and different things. That's heaven sent, kind of.
Yep, they're all, everybody that's like that has a bit of archangel essence in them, which also explains their extreme powers. Now, these lichens start having babies with humans. What happens when an angel and a human have a baby?
Oh, they create the Nephilim. You go by the Bible.
So we have a bunch of other humans that have evolved powers, and that is directly related to the Nephilim.
Oh, so they're not giants? They actually have like... Okay, gotcha.
Like I have a character, Shade. Okay, so I'm a big Nightcrawler fan, like huge from like childhood. So I have a character that has his powers, and her name is Shade. And the other thing though, is a little more advanced. Like she can open up a portal for people to walk through, so she can actually teleport people across planes. But that's where their power came from. It was from the natural progression of the lichens mixing DNA with humans, creating the Nephilim. But we're generations into the future, so they're all over the world. And then, so the overall arc is in the first few books is there's a baddie. He's Lucifer, basically trying to bring hell back onto Earth. and
Right.
that's what started this whole thing, is because he was trying to capture Tristan, and when Doc killed his men, he got pissed off and he's like, I can't have that. So that starts that whole thing. But that's kind of like the mini arc of the first 12 books. The overall arc of the first 12 books is because Doc's our main character, but because he got pulled back into this, he's decided that they're going to liberate Earth from the Highborn.
Gotcha.
That's
so no, let me ask you a question. If there's heaven and hell and aliens, what exactly are the aliens? Are they an offshot of like something God created, or are they just their own separate entities?
My thought on the aliens are God has lots of planets where he did lots of things.
Right.
So there's there's planets with tribal people that he did not give the ability to evolve technology, and then there's planets where he gave them an advanced ability to advance technology. So like the Highborn, they're so much further advanced because on their planet they were given the ability to learn faster, live longer, and hold knowledge longer.
Or they're just an older civilization. They're a million years ahead of humans. You know?
And then and so he's got all these different, and it opens up the limitless possibility to worlds, which I really wanted to do because eventually I would like to do crossovers with other characters, and like Dave Tomasi's Rogue, I want to do a crossover with that, which would work out perfect because we could open up a gate on his world and our people can come through, because eventually they're going to be going around trying to liberate other planets. It's going to.
Well, are you? Go ahead. I'm sorry. No. I was just gonna. Well, you were talking about crossovers, and then my nipples got hard.
Right.
Well, have you heard of Gate Comics, the guy that's doing Fellatio Jones, Sex Detective?
No, but I think I want to now.
Dude, seriously, I saw that and I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, where has this guy been? Because I need someone like this in my life now. But I talked to him. Gate Comics, really great guy. You should follow him on X if you're not. And he's doing a comic called Fellatio Jones, Sex Detective, and we're planning on doing at some point a crossover.
Nice.
That's going to be filthy, because I have a dick-shaped character called the Plunger, and she is a sex detective. Yes. So,
I love the Plunger, dude. I first saw that character. The first time I saw you on, who were you on? I can't even remember. You were on a show, and I saw it, and I'm like, Plunger?
Was it Nerd Bacon?
Yes, it was. It was Nerd Bacon.
All right, yeah.
I was kind of like, I don't know. And then you started talking about it, and I was like, okay, I'm excited now. This sounds fun.
Well, dude, yesterday when I was at the little convention and I was buying the comics, I was talking to the guy that I was buying the comics from, and what I love about my character is I get the same fucking reaction from everyone when they look at it. They're extremely disappointed. Because I was wearing my Plunger shirt. I have my hoodie on, but my hoodie's zipped up because it was cold, and he's like, oh, so you do comics? I'm like, yeah, I'm working on one right now. And he's all, well, what is it? And I zip down my hoodie like Superman, and I pull open my hoodie and he sees the Plunger and he's like, ah. I'm like, yeah, it's a Plunger with machine guns. And he's like, that's interesting. And I'm like, well, if you're a fan of Mad Magazine, I think you might like this. If you're not a fan of like really out there shit, it's not for you. So I've gone into this knowing that if you're into capes and mutants and things like that type of superhero, this comic's probably not for you. Yeah,
I was having this thing where every couple of days I had to have an idea for a new comic, and I'm like, oh, dude, that would be great. So when I started thinking about it, I was like, take this comic from being just on planet Earth, and then throughout the series, opening it up to these gates that can go to any planet anywhere in the universe. I can take these other comic book ideas and turn them into arcs for this same story.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I think Dave, because I've read Dave's comic. I was the editor on his first comic. And honestly, so I know quite a bit about, Rogue. So I would say that like it would fit really well with what he's doing and what you're doing from what you told me about your story.
When
Yeah,
he sent me Rogue to review.
Yeah.
I read 3 pages of the script and I messaged him. I said I can't read anymore. He goes, "Why?" It's like, because I'm that in, dude. This is good. I want to read it with the art when it comes out.
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna give you a review of what I did read, and then I was like, every chance I had, I was bumping his stuff because,
well,
dude, I
actually,
that it was gonna be great.
Well, I'm not sure how far Chris is along on the story he's working on. Like Chris and I talked about some stuff, and he's working on a new story.
Yeah, I actually, in our intro video that I'm working on, I actually have a throw out to both you guys about Nocturna.
Yeah, well, see, and this is what I was going to say. Like, from what you're saying, because I don't want to, because the reality is like, Chris's story is super unique, and it's got a lot of twists and turns. So I don't want to say why I think it would be a good crossover, but I think Chris, just by hearing me say that, would understand why I would think it'd be a good crossover. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I was talking to Peter Samedi about promoting my book, and I was talking about how I was worried about spoilers, and he made a very good point. He said everybody knows that Superman's Clark Kent, Clark Kent's Superman, and everybody still reads Superman.
Well, but see, that's the thing. Like, well, let when we go into DMs, we'll let Chris tell you about the story, and then I think
that, that people put too much emphasis on spoilers. Sometimes.
No, absolutely, absolutely, but well, it's kind of like this. This is what I can say. If you went into The Sixth Sense knowing he was dead, which I did, because I was the one person in the theater that was like, he's dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
then,
I did.
that destroys the whole movie. But then again, you have movies like From Dusk Till Dawn, where you go into it knowing it's going to be a vampire movie, but the first half of it is a gangster movie, then it becomes a vampire movie.
Yeah, I love Dusk Till Dawn. That movie is one of the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but basically, the lesson is some things are okay to hold back, but don't hold back everything.
No, for sure.
And another big thing that not just him, but also, if you watch Pimp My Comic and listen to Shane, you have to be excited about your book, or nobody else will.
Oh yeah, so. Yeah, for sure. And Peter's a good guy to talk to. Like, I ordered some sketch cards from him. I've had brief conversations with him. He's a good guy.
I print their 3D models for Alterna.
Yeah. You did the King Cryptid, right?
Yep, and right now I'm printing Behemoth.
Nice, man. Yeah, those are really good prints.
See, I already got a glow in the dark promo. I made a few of these to send him so that he could see what they're going to be like. So, I have my Alterna models up on my shelf here. So, but yeah,
I'm staring at my plunger models right now.
Yep.
Yeah. So Chris, do you want to jump in and tell us a little about your project?
Yeah.
Chris, are you still here?
Let's hear about what is the numbers? 11 something. It's 11348 or something like that. It's no, you know what? Let's do that while I'm looking it up. Chris, you
where'd Chris go? Oh, Chris dipped out.
Oh, he dipped out.
Chris was like, "Screw you guys, I'm going home."
I'm taking my toys and going home.
Yeah. We might have just bored him to death.
138. Let's see. I'm gonna bring up his YouTube channel real quick. Oh.
Whoa, shit! We're only running 5 more minutes, right?
Yeah. I want to bring up. Okay, so you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. Let me see. Oops. Danger Room, host picks. Check that out. Boom. If you're watching right now and you want to check out Chris's No Filter channel, this QR code will take you to his YouTube channel, and you can check out his videos and stuff he's got going on there.
Nice.
For a couple minutes. And I have one. I was working on one for you, but your landing page is not done. So I wasn't
No,
sure.
yeah, that's because everybody that's been signing up for my comic, they're like, your landing page sucks. And I'm like, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm not the most tech savvy guy and I do everything from my phone, but I was just told by like many people I need to get on that. And I did. So it's there.
Yeah.
It's just not a good landing page.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if I have the. Let's see if I have it. I might have it. I was working on it when. No, I don't. All right, but I do have something else that we should look at. Let's see if I can. No. Let's open with photos. Ha! All right. If you don't like my
I
jokes,
saw
fuck off.
that yesterday. Yeah, that's good stuff, dude.
Yeah.
What
I
they
saw
call a
that.
cigarette in England or Britain, whatever. Yeah. Oh, there's
the other one I pulled
that
off
is
pulled off your Instagram.
okay. That is an amazing drawing that's Rocketeer inspired. That is drawn by Irene Illustrator. You can find her on X, and it was colored by Lost Lenore. You can also find her on X. They're really talented artists. And yeah, I love that picture.
So
The girl in it.
Chris is
Huh?
back. Hey,
Oh.
what happened, Chris?
Chris, you're back. Okay, hey
I
Chris.
have no idea. I had to
Chris.
restart. My apologies.
Damn it! Really? Can you bring that drawing back up? Because I want to see how big of a geek Chris is really quick. Chris, can you tell me what this is inspired by? Here's your geek test.
I get Rocketeer vibes.
Come on. Yeah, there we go. Nice.
Nailed it.
Nailed
That's
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Rocketeer fan. It's easy to
That's
see.
why I was testing your geekdom.
So we showed this off a little bit while you were gone. It's a QR code straight to your YouTube channel. I created it this morning. It's going to be part of our
Oh,
intro
very cool.
and stuff that I can throw
Thank
up when
Yeah.
we're showing our stuff. So
Yeah, well, before we wrap it up, Chris, is there anything you want to tell us about your project? Or are you still in the early stages and you don't want to share too much?
Nocturnal.
Yeah.
I will say this. I finally figured out the way I want to tell the story.
Nice.
Doesn't really give you much to go on. But if you zoom in on the picture, I give you a hint at what goes on if you zoom in under the crest of the outside circle of the picture. But it's I think it's a unique way of explaining the origin stories of a well-known horror icon, but set with like a Twilight Zone in space kind of a feel to it. I don't really want to give away too much right this minute.
Let me show you.
But it
off a little bit. Oops. So I started working on the intro video.
Like, I don't know, Elon. Like, would it be too much?
I wouldn't say much
like,
about it, to be honest with you.
So
because this is one of those stories that I would keep it close. I'd play it close to the chest.
So this is what I got for promoting it. I came up with this. I was going to show it to you guys. We'll just show it on live. Who cares, right?
Okay.
This is what I saw on your Twitter. So I was going to put both you guys on here. Coming this summer and space, no one can hear your feet. And then the nocturnal. So I figured that would be enough to catch some people. And then as you guys are ready to promote more, we'll...
because that's about all I want to give out right now.
Yeah. So let's wrap this up. You guys stick around in the backstage. I'm gonna end this up, and then we'll see everybody next week. Watch for thumbnails to see what's going on. We have a very talented cosplayer that's gonna be here.
And that's next week?
Yep.
She'll be here?
Yep.
Or do we need a guest for next week?
No, we have a guest next week. It is...
Okay, cool.
Sintataki Lane. Sintataki Lane.
Okay. And she's the cosplayer, right?
Yep. She is
Okay,
the
gotcha.
cosplayer that did a cover for Rogue American Dream for Dave Tomasi. So, and then we'll have more news and more funnies, and probably go 2 hours next week because we'll have a little more content for everybody. So, it's a good first show. Thanks for everybody who watched and who rewatches later, and like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yes.
Until next time. See you on the flip side.
Peace.
See ya.